Hello, hello, and welcome along to episode 29 of Sogravia, the Last Bastion. When we last left off, the Shadowhunters were picking their way through the Underdark. They decided it was a very smart idea to kill Alton de Veer. Why is Matt Sullivan?
What have you done?
He wishes.
Okay, and for the rest of the recap, I will hand over to Michaela while I fix the cameras. Michaela, what happened last week?
There's so much pressure. Alright. Well, first we were,
The only reason that I picked you is you were the only person who was in the right place on the screen.
Alright, well, yeah, we basically went through just some strong battles with monsters. Very strong monsters that, almost killed us. Ashton looked down a bridge and saw those creepy Drider women, compelling her to jump, I think that was them. And, well, we got out of there okay. We explored, got almost killed by a couple ropers, but it was fine. And we found this drow guy was he just bathing in a pool? He was swimming. He had a panther who was attracted to Fox, not romantically. But,
as far as we know.
As far as we know. But yeah, she did not like her master, and, you know, he was telling us one way to go, telling us another way to go. Either way, he was a really shady, untrustworthy character. So we took him out after he mentioned how he slaughtered a whole village of elves. We couldn't let that stand, and so we took that guy out. I'm sure there won't be any consequences for that, ever. And that is where we left off, I believe. Fox got the
Jay. Oh yeah, Jay. What were the
panther
consequences
totem
of you slaying Alton de Veer? I mean, not the long-term consequences, but what did you get out of it?
We got the little panther.
Okay, but don't they have a name? Like, there's more to them than just the little panther, no?
I do not recall the name.
That's why I asked Jay.
Firmer Ijihara. Right?
Huh?
Or is that close?
Jazara. Yeah.
Jazara. Okay.
Yes. Okay, these are some scary... Have you guys managed to roll a perfectly ascending D100s? One,
Oh, yeah.
2, 3, 4, but you've only rolled 5.
Someone get the 100.
Who's missing?
Oh, I'm not. Don't
Who's
worry.
Missing? Is it Glacius and Zevran? Okay, I need 96. I'm gonna need a 96 to 100. Oh, you dropped them all.
Oh, nice
I
round.
was going to give you guys a lovely gift, and instead I'm going to tell you nothing happened.
Okay, at least it wasn't me who fucked up.
It's always Jamal, don't worry about it.
Wait, it's an arc.
Yeah, it's a bell
Oh,
curve.
yes, alright. Okay, and Joan is burning. How long does that Earth Elemental last?
An hour.
Right, it disappears into a pile of rocks.
No,
No, it wasn't gone yet.
No, but there's the whole sort of like train the panther, chill out, you know, do the thing, look at the wall.
Yeah, so I was going to mention that maybe we use the Earth Elemental to bury the man.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Ooh, good idea.
So we do so. We bury our little friend, Alton de Veer. As you are burying him, you will note that he has a black cloak around him that appears to shroud him from the light ever so slightly, makes him very difficult to follow, made of mottled greys and blacks. Whilst you don't think this would have any purpose above ground, this is a Piwafwi, which can help you stick in the shadows in the Underdark. More importantly, however, it is classed with a beautiful D and V in gold in the Undercommon language, which obviously is his house name. He did introduce himself with his house name.
Ashton, do you want the cloak?
I don't know if it's the most useful for me. We'll have to take a look at it, but do we
Says
want
it makes
to
you harder
leave...
to see by the light.
Well, exactly.
I don't know that we want this crest with us.
We can't just take it off.
As you do mention it and sort of take it off, it does appear to give off some sort of magical reaction to you touching it. It vibrates slightly, and you feel it sort of humming almost. Yeah.
Stavro, Callum, one of you want to take a look at this?
All right, I'll identify it.
Okay. This is a typical Drow house emblem. It grants the user the ability to levitate. It only works in the Underdark. As you remember, this Fezres provides magic to these items. It grants the wearer the ability to levitate. It grants the ability to speak telepathically with your matron mother, the head of your household. More specifically, it grants her the ability to speak telepathically with you, I think is a better way of putting it. You can't just use it to contact said matron mother.
Mom, come pick me up.
It also can cast the spell Floating Disc at will. And it appears to be tracking the wearer constantly. It also, with that telecommunication, it would appear that if the matron mother was to focus in on this house emblem right now, she would know exactly who was holding it. And it sure as hell isn't Ultan Devere.
Let's just put this back
Drop
on this
it.
corpse.
We should throw that into the water.
Get in the buried
No,
pit
put it.
and walk away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put it back on his body unless someone wants this.
I don't think we want to be tracked.
Do you want the body to be tracked?
Yeah, I think we should throw that into the water. Just away from him.
So a reminder, the water isn't water, but is some sort of thick, misty, pale blue liquid that seems to glow on
Alright,
its
well, we'll
own.
throw it in the misty pale blue liquid.
Okay, no, I'm just clarifying.
What? Yeah, but then they could just track the cloak to the water and never find him. We could throw the cloak like down a chasm.
Ooh, I love that.
You only need to throw the clasp, but yes.
What was the name of the cloak?
A Pwafwi. I will type it.
Pawafafui. Well, are we near a chasm we can throw it down? Or do we have to trek all the way back to the one that Astrid almost jumped off of?
It's quite a long journey back.
I'm sure we can find another chasm in the Underdark.
I was gonna say, is
Yeah, I mean, you're worried about them tracking this thing to the bottom of the lake, but and then what?
Well,
exactly, throw it in the lake.
okay, fine.
As you do
Can I
so.
chuck it as far as I can into the center?
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
I feel like it just seems suspicious. Like, why would
Someone
he
should
leave
wear
it in
it.
the lake?
Well, that's for them to
Possibly being
figure out.
tracked.
That's not our problem.
Leaving
Am I getting
them
this
with a little
athletics
mystery.
check, please? Darth,
I'm sorry?
you athletics check?
Yes, I can do that.
Yes.
12.
Great. Okay, yeah, it doesn't make anyone near the middle. It's only.
That's fine. Is it in the lake?
It is in the lake. Just a reminder, this was gold.
Okay, that's all that matters.
So it does sink very quickly. But as you
Yeah.
throw it into the lake, you see a strange bubbling from the water, briefly. But then nothing. The surface is almost opaque. It is very difficult to see down into this water.
I think we should
We could
get
have
away from this
sold
area.
that and made money.
Obi?
Yeah,
Is
but
that
we
you?
would be tracked the entire time.
Open the merchant!
No. We wouldn't be tracked. Wherever we sold it would be tracked.
Just
I
we
don't
Yeah,
know.
but we'd have
But-
to go sell it to somebody first.
Well,
Like,
let's
we'd
sell
have to
it
find
quick.
somebody who wants
Also,
it.
gold is illegal.
Yeah,
In
we'd
the
have to go talk to our
Underdark?
shady merchant.
Alora, talk. Oh, whatever you'll keep saying. That keeps going unheard. What did you say?
I think we should get away from this area and have a conversation. I can make us a little safe bit for an hour where we can talk, but I think we should be away from here.
Okay. Sullivan, you said?
Oh, I was gonna put my hand in the water.
Please do so.
Yeah, I just wanted. I mean, the guy was relaxing in and stuff like that. I just wanted to see.
Yeah, it is warm to the touch. Almost hot. It'll be a very pleasant bath, you would assume. There is a slight sort of almost sulphury smell to it. that shows that it could be sort of full of minerals, probably very cleansing, but also that it's being heated naturally deep down inside. And there's almost a gloopiness to it. It's slightly thicker than water. It's as if you could, if you were lying in it, you would float on it. You wouldn't sink down.
I'm gonna make a mental note where this is so that I can bring Charlotte here.
Cute.
Good plan.
Obi, was there anything you were saying when I cut everyone off?
I think that's a no.
My fucking. I don't know how to fix Discord. I'm sorry. No. We can continue.
Yeah, cool. Has anybody else got anything they wish to contribute before we take a short rest in Liam's tiny hut and have a chat? Good. Fantastic.
Chat in a hut sounds good.
You can take a short rest. I think... okay, you attacked the Alton Devere because he was talking about the village of elves that he's slain, including many children. And you kind of just thought he was a bit of a dick. You also wanted his magical panther. It appeared to want to be free of him. So freeing it from him was another reason to do it. Just a reminder to update your tokens in Roll20 as well, as they are now visible to each other, so the healer will think that you are 40 of 88 if you are Obi. You set up in your tiny hut, and you do notice that there is a strange creature crawling across the ceiling. The ceiling's about 70 or 80 foot up, but this creature is glowing very brightly, so it is quite difficult not to see. It appears to be a millipede, about 20 foot in length, about 6 foot in width, and it is crawling across the ceiling, and it glows a vibrant, luminous green. Or blue. That's probably closer to blue, isn't it? Yeah, it's pale blue. It's the same colour as the lake. There we go.
Oh.
That's anybody who finds this interesting or just kind of is staring at the millipede can give me a nature check.
Wait, is the insinuation that maybe the lake is full of that insect's blood?
What is it?
With a 7, that is exact. Oh, that's a hit dice. With a 14, that is exactly what Savile thinks. But with a natural 20, Fox would be like, "No, you're an idiot." It's the insinuation is that the millipede has drank a lot of whatever's in that liquid, and thus it is flowing through its veins, and he is glowing just like the water is. So in some ways, you were right. What is in the millipede is in the lake. It just happened the other way round.
Okay.
Just a reminder, you've also got these huge mushrooms. They stand approximately 30 foot in height and are about 15 foot wide at the stalk. They appear to give shelter. Their stalkiness is thick like bark. They're tough shrooms. They seem to sway ever so slightly, though there is no breeze down here.
Does anyone have a preference on which direction to go? One way was more direct but dangerous, and one way was more safe but was a bit way around. I might remember that wrong.
Not quite. It's not quite what you're saying. I wish I could get rid of this fucking measure box. Get out of here. One way up this way was more safe, more dangerous for the drow. There were more wild creatures up that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little longer. The direct route is far safer for drow. That's a very, very important
But we don't know what
distinction.
that means.
And you were told you can go that way, but you may find you cannot cross the bridge.
Yeah.
I say we take the long way then, just to be safe.
Yeah, I think we should avoid uncertainties.
We should, and more drow.
And more drow.
You're looking for the drow. Probably wouldn't avoid them. It's gonna be a
Yeah,
really
not
long
all
journey.
drow are the same, guys.
No, we just want one.
Yeah, but if you
Well-
avoid the drow, you'll find it really hard to find a drow.
Yeah, to that point, we're looking for a single drow in a city of drow, and we are a bunch of surface dwellers.
Yep.
What is our plan?
I don't see a problem here.
That we just be honest and ask for their aid.
Nope. Okay, what's our plan B?
Does
Can
anyone know how to
anyone-
magically disguise themselves?
That's what I was just about to
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, so we send Fox in by himself into the city of.
You might be able to disguise yourself, but you can't speak Undercommon.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're going to be pretending you're a mime, or mute.
That's not a bad idea. Drow mime.
I mean, listen, like that would really help not blow his cover because he can't say anything to blow his cover.
Mhm.
I think we will have to tell the truth somewhat. I think
we
we'll
don't
also
let
need to be-
Astrid near them.
I think we'll also need to be prepared to bribe our way to Ahmann. Whether that be through currency or this bag of holding full of random magical items.
We do have a bag of holding full of random magical items. That is very true.
We have a ton of random magical items.
Wait, no, my potatoes are in there. We're not doing that.
Okay, not the whole bag.
Full bag.
If you let us through, we'll let you put your hand in our special magic bag.
What could possibly go wrong now?
I think it's more to the point that you would hand out certain items from the bag, right? Am I right in thinking, I'm just scrolling through the bag, am I right in thinking that you actually have already traded away the corrupted balefire stuff?
Did I not take that off? We have.
You gave that to the
did do
bookstore,
We gave it
right?
to somebody. Oh yeah, bookstore guy.
Mhm. Cool. Okay.
Oh, I did take it out. Okay.
What are some things that we're okay with getting rid of?
Candle and Swift Shot are in there. I don't know if the wind fan's still in there. I don't think the swan boat's still in there. We could give a pole of collapsing.
That's not the most impressive magic item. Give them this
Anyone
tentacle
using-
rod. They love these things, right?
Yeah, is anyone using it? Yeah.
We also have. I have in here the custom magic clothes that we found way, way, way back when that we just never did anything with.
Okay, so you've got plenty of items there that you could dole out. Which way would you go if you were wishing to use these as potential bribes?
He did insinuate that if we took the long way, we would still reach the city, right?
Maybe.
Like, it isn't out of the way. Fuck.
I mean, he doesn't expect... Well, he's dead now, but he didn't expect you to find either route easy to navigate. This is the Underdark. There
Yeah,
are
we've
a
been
lot of
doing
creatures
fine so
that-
far.
Well, you've been going in a straight line.
Yeah. So what's the straightest line we can follow then?
You did sort of say the most direct way was that way.
Alright, let's go that way.
Yeah.
He said it's much safer for drow. There are far less wild creatures on the way.
I thought that was the longer way.
No, the longer way, many more wild creatures, but it's you don't have to deal with whatever makes this way safer for drow. He was saying
Gotcha.
that you might not be able to cross the bridge going this way.
Our
Well, we
gnome
have
friends
magical
down here.
ways.
Yeah, we do.
We have magical ways to cross the bridge.
Not if it's under guard.
I
Then
can
we have
cast
physical
Dimension Door.
ways.
We're not gonna... What do you want to do? Assault the city? I'd left my battering ram at
I
home.
like that idea.
I love that idea. That actually sounds like
Well-
a lot of fun.
Can't Fox fly some of us over? I can Dimension Door. Ashran can somehow teleport places.
Perhaps you should worry about the bridge when you get to the bridge, because you don't know what the problem with the bridge is until you
Yeah.
arrive.
Cross
Yeah.
that bridge when we come to it.
We'll burn down that
Alright,
bridge when we
But,
come to it.
But
Alright,
it's about
decided.
which way are you going. You're going towards the bridge?
Correct.
Towards the bridge. Let's go.
Okay.
Boom.
I will disguise self to make myself look more human.
Okay.
Basically Ashran, but a human.
After a little while, you come to a... oh, sorry. I'm back in the corridors for now. I'm just going to put you on the corridors. Chill in here. We ignore all the current spell effects and whatever that's up. Just know that you're in the corridors.
Yes.
As you traverse these corridors, you come into an open clearing. At the first, the first option to turn at any point. In this open clearing are a large group of creatures that seem to be grazing upon small mushrooms on the ground. They emit deep lowing sounds and appear to be slightly furry. None of you recognize these creatures. They seem quite placid, but they are large, sort of 6 or 7 feet from their back to the ground. Four-legged creatures. They do somewhat resemble cows, but with tusks and being slightly furry.
Furry cows, got it.
Do they look friendly?
Give me an animal handling check.
Six.
You should sit down and have tea with them. You don't really know. They don't appear to be directly aggressive towards you right now.
What's their like active behaviour right now? What they're doing?
They
Are
are
they
grazing
or something
on
like-
the small mushrooms on the ground. This clearing is approximately 150 feet in width, so it's quite big, and there's maybe 30 or 40 of these creatures here.
So there's a lot of them, right?
One of them sort of slowly raises his head and looks over at you guys. And then walks a little further away from you and then turns back, looks at you, decides he's far enough away, and continues to graze.
Alright. Let's just
Let's
avoid
please
them.
walk past them quietly.
You can't avoid
Yep.
them. You will have to... There's 40 of them in this area. You will have to get within 12 feet of some of them.
Let's skirt the edges of this field.
Yeah. For the most part, they sort of slowly move out your way as you get close. But at one point,
Perfect.
one of them begins to scrape its front paw along the ground in front of you. It stops and it lowers its head towards you. Fox will be able to inform you immediately that this is a sign that it might charge. You will also note that it has a large pair of horns upon its head. Perhaps this is the male. And then
Someone
after a
tame
moment,
it. Offer it a carrot.
after a moment, it charges at you. I'll take a dex save from the lot of you, please.
Oh my god.
You are skirting the wall, so a reminder that if it hits you, it might crush you.
+5, guys.
I love Five Guys.
Damn.
Okay.
No.
+5.
Probably shouldn't discuss Five Guys next to these creatures. They are somewhat cows.
Nat 20, baby.
Did anybody get below a 12? Oh, good.
Yes.
That's a few, isn't it? Let's deal some
Damn.
damage. Let's deal some damage. That's 29 piercing damage. And 27 bludgeoning. To anybody that was hit by that.
Lord.
As you are sort of caught up in the horns of the stampeding cow-like creature. Seeing this, the others begin to sort of circle around the clearing, and they begin to gather speed as they are going to head towards your group in large numbers at quite a speed. Any plans?
We're near a wall, right?
You are next to a wall. Would you like to be on a wall?
Can we scare him away?
How would you like to do that?
I don't know, Fox, how do you scare cows?
Boogity boogity boo.
I could light my flame tongue sword and just, wave it in
Yes,
front of them.
cows. What a forest animal.
They're not even cows. They're Underdark, fucked up cave cows.
All right. How do
Bravo,
you fuck up
cast
cave
a wall of
cows
fire.
then?
Cast a
Well,
wall
I
of
can
fire
always.
between us and them.
Do they
Yeah,
seem
I'm dropping a
scared?
wall of fire in like
A wall of
direction between
fire?
us.
Okay.
Between us and the majority of the group. Yeah, I can always drop a wall of fire.
A wall of fire rises out the ground, and the cows think, yeah, bugger that for a laugh. We're not being burgers today. And they turn and they begin to stampede the other way around. It'll be a long time before they come up behind you. You can dash across the room
Perfect.
in this moment. Dropping your wall of fire before you walk through it, I would assume.
No.
Okay. You make your way out of the cavern, and you see what appears to be a deep gnome sat on a sort of high up perch halfway up the wall. It's like a small piece of wood. He's sat on the edge, and he's holding what appears to be a shepherd's crook. And he looks out over you all
Oh my gosh, the shepherd.
and says in Gnomish, which I believe Callum will understand.
Yep.
I'm Commander
I
Shepard.
do as well.
You have disturbed the Rothe. Why do you seek to cross their fields?
We're looking for someone.
Is that so?
The city, actually.
A particular Rothe?
No. That's what he referred to the cows as, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yes.
not them.
It's got a little
no, they're
accent
just-
on the E, but I can't put that in the chat.
No, not them particularly.
Oh, you don't seek a Rothe, but you've come to the fields of the Rothe.
Is
Here you
there
will find
only
only Rothe and
Oh
shepherds.
no.
Though there is a path up to the city, I guess, if you wish to die.
Oh jeez. What's dangerous about this path?
Well, it's the city of the Drow up there. Unless you are one of their slaves. He gestures towards himself. You're sure to become one or die. But that's your choice, I suppose. Who are you seeking?
Oh, man.
A man? Do you know
We're
him?
looking for a man who recently returned from the surface after many, many years.
I don't know the inner comings and goings of the houses of the Drow, but the only people that leave freely are the noble sons. And even then, primarily only of the head house.
Guys, do you think the person we're looking for is a noble drow? That could be really problematic.
One of the Mesbaris sons, perhaps.
Do surface dwellers ever... Are they ever allowed to travel freely within the city?
Yes. Some.
Ah.
Usually, begging your pardon, but shadier folks than you. You look a little shining armory. But it's often the dwarves. Sometimes the goblins and the orcs come too. I don't think they come of their own accord. Those that do come tend to bring riches. They don't come to the Rothe fields, though. I see them in my other job.
What's your other job?
Well, it was my other job before they decided I wasn't good enough and they put me down here.
Oh no.
I used to guide the boats. Yeah, one of the ways of getting to the main island of the city is to cross the lake. But
It's on an island?
yeah,
Oh,
there's only
boy.
one bridge, but there's a lake all around. I used to guide the boats. You have to tell the boats to be quiet. Otherwise they can wake that sleeps.
In the water?
Yeah.
Oh.
Know the boats.
How does one tell the boats to be quiet?
You have to connect with them mentally. The illithids taught me.
Any of them around here too, by the way?
They got the city.
Oh.
Oh.
What? Really? They're in cahoots with the drow.
Do we really
Seems
need
a
to
mutual
find this
agreement.
guy?
Yeah, I'm having second thoughts.
It's okay. If you die,
We're
this will
already
be
here.
quick.
What would it take for them to be nice and civil to us if we approach?
Money.
Probably.
Just money? That's it.
We have money.
Well, then you'll be fine, I'm sure. Perhaps you can trade with
If
them.
we go there and we don't have what they want, would they be willing to let us leave peacefully?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just a shepherd.
Maybe we should just stay and farm with you for the rest of our life.
They're all
Obi,
good
we
company.
have a country to save.
That's
Can't
Billy
say
coming
that
just
here.
now. And you see the stampede slowly making its way round. He gestures with emotion, and his staff lets out a large minor illusion of a wall, and they just keep going and ignore his little path.
Oh.
They turn away at the side of the wall. They're not very bright.
We still have a bar of gold left. So.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to take us to the city on the
No,
boat?
I would die. I must stick
we
to my
don't want
rules.
that.
There are other
think we have-
slaves, but they might not talk to you. I don't know. Anyway, it's just up there. There's a winding corridor, and you'll come to the lake, and then if you walk around the lake, you can cross the bridge, or you can speak to the boats, and the boats will speak to you. If you've got a mind for it, of course. I hope you don't die.
I hope so too.
You've been the
Try our
only
best
people
not
I've seen
to,
who haven't
so.
whipped me since... Oh. It's been at least 30 years.
My goodness.
Can you not escape?
I wouldn't make it very far in the Underdark. It's a dangerous place.
Come with
I
us.
just...
No,
Uh,
no, don't.
Maybe if you're leaving,
Well, after
but
the
not,
city.
not... Yeah.
We'll leave the city. We'll come and get you.
This little gnome will hope that you return, but... Your chances are small, I think.
What was your name, friend?
Clem.
Clint?
Clem.
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 Right.
Not Clem.
Clinny,
Not
Clem,
Clem.
There's a,
Clem.
second, there's a second M on that. Clem. Who's Clem?
I was making a reference to the Walking Dead game.
Oh.
Clementine.
Oh, Clementine. Yeah. No, I know her. But no,
Carl.
no. Clem.
No, not Carl.
Coral.
All right.
Good luck.
Cardio.
Also, robot? You've got cow poop on your shoe.
Yes. All right. That's fine.
Yeah, just
Thank you,
as
Clem.
as Callum lifts up, as Sid lifts up 1 foot, you will see just an imprint of cow pat or rothe
Yeah.
pat on your.
It's
Well,
okay.
it's a good thing you're getting new shoes, right?
Yeah. After a long rest, Sid will have some new boots.
Yeah.
But
Great
Clem,
place for a long rest. in the dark.
yeah, so I can't
should.
fly yet. Clem, I'll do it. I promise I'll do what I can to get you out of here. I can't guarantee we'll come back this way,
No,
but
you
if we
can't.
do, I will
There's lots
try
of us,
to
you
get
know.
you out.
If you
Oh,
need help
jeez.
and you're trying to escape, the slaves would help you. Our lives down here are. They're not great.
Shit.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Points towards a winding path.
This adds a layer of complication.
Which part?
Oh, hold on,
Getting
sorry.
in part mostly more than anything else, but also considering what he said about the nobles, if the person that we're looking for is someone of that standing, this is going to be difficult. I feel this is going to get complicated.
I feel like
We should
getting
come
in
up
is
with an
going to be the
escape
easy
plan.
part, And getting through is gonna be harder.
Getting out is going to be even harder.
Wait, why would getting out be hard? I thought getting in was hard.
Listen, everything's hard in the Underdark. Just don't question it, alright?
If you'd like to place your tokens on the very far left over here. As you enter this chamber, you see creatures sort of slowly moving along the floor. Behind them, two large ones rear up.
Are they
Strange
moving on
creatures.
suckers?
No, they appear to be oozes.
Oh.
Oh, what color are they?
One of them has a little face like this. Sort of reaching out from inside the ooze. The other two are grey, one large, one regular sized. As you enter the room. Sullivan, are you actually nearly dead? We took a short rest.
I'm not nearly anything. Oh no, I am.
Okay. We took a short
Yeah,
rest.
he just
Because
got fucked.
Fox
I
as
got
well?
I failed the deck save.
Oh, right, okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, as you enter into this cavern, you couldn't see these creatures until you came through this tiny little entrance, and then they begin to move towards you, slowly but surely. I'll take an initiative roll, please.
Don't call me Shirley. Where's my good dice? There it is.
It's slime time.
It is.
It's slime time.
I don't
Classic
understand.
Callum.
What don't you understand, Obi? Why on earth you guys are persisting in this deadly journey?
Sunk
No,
cost fallacy.
I legit cannot roll above a 10 for an initiative with this character, but every melee character I play always rolls good initiative. I think it's like purposely done by D&D Beyond.
Fox,
So then just don't roll on D&D Beyond.
seeing these huge oozes slipping and sliding towards you, they all begin to move in. What are we doing?
My God, it's a lot of them.
Okay.
What's going on?
It's Fox's turn.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I thought I said Fox. What are you doing? I'm just, sort of waiting for you.
All I heard was, "What are you doing?"
Oh, okay.
I didn't hear my name.
My bad.
Oops.
We don't have
Definitely
an
something.
initiative tracker.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fix something and it'll be up.
Sullivan's turn, so I will bonus action Starry Form, go into Chalice, and then I'll just pump a bunch of healing into Sullivan. Yeah, let's give you that. Plus... Where is it? There you are. Yeah, 2d8 now. So you heal for 29 hit points.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna step back.
Okay. That leads us to these little oozes. As they begin to towards you.
Gross.
Yeah. They move up, surrounding you guys. One of them seems quite frustrated it can't get close enough. And yeah, they begin to sort of punch out with their strange little pseudopods at, first of all, at Glacius. Glacius, that is a 13 to hit. Yes, you can use your reaction to attack one.
Yeah, 13 will miss.
Okay.
That is, I think, that is a 26 to hit.
Okay.
And to keep it simple, I'll just attack the one that just attacked me.
Yep, that is this one up here.
That is 11 slashing and 10 cold.
Okay, it seems resistant to the cold. But it is.
I
wounded.
hate you so much.
I don't choose the creatures based on their resistances. I choose them based on their thematicness to the area. The second swing comes at you.
I need to stop playing this fucking cold character.
That's a 10 to hit you. The next one swings at you.
Yeah, that'll miss.
It's a nat 1. The next one swings at you again. That's a 10 to hit you. Then another swing at you, a 15, and another swing at you, a 21. That'll hit you, right?
Wow, final.
That is 5 bludgeoning damage, 8 acid damage, and that's that guy's turn. Your armor's magical, of course. You're wearing abyssal armor, right?
Yeah.
3 come at Sullivan. 22 to hit you, Sullivan. Are you wearing magical armor?
I'm wearing adamantine armor.
Great. Cool. That is 6 bludgeoning and 11 acid damage. An 11 will miss you. A 16 will miss you. A 12 will miss you. An 18 will miss you.
Mm-hmm.
And the final one, natural 20 without the crit damage. We'll do 7 bludgeoning damage and 9 acid damage. And that brings us to our friends over here at the back. Can we click on them? That's the question. We can. These creatures sort of look at you and gloop up for a moment. I'm just going to move this over here for a second. And then they sort of boop, 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 like they've eaten a mushroom in Mario. And they become gargantuan. The one at the back, oh, I can't even fit him in. Just be bigger. The one up the top reaches out his ooze over the ceiling behind towards Obi, Fox, and Zavril. I need a strength save from a lot of you, please.
Oh no.
You got the +5s.
And
Yes, they do.
21, then it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 22.
All 3 of you succeed. So the creature sort
go
of tries to
about that.
shove you prone over the top of your allies, but instead all it does is block the doorway behind you. Oh, how annoying. Zavril, you're up.
Right. Does this work? Okay, so in a line along here,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to drop a sixth level spell, Wall of Fire.
Okay. Dex save on arrival?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, we can't long rest here. Maybe it's not a good idea to use our spells.
10 and a 13, or 8 and a 13.
Alright, so both those fail.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that will be 26 fire damage on each of them.
Okay, they appear resistant.
Okay. That is a shame, but we do have a blocker at least. Ooh, snazzy.
That is sick.
It's looking nice. Yeah, and I'll give a fragile shield to Sullivan.
Nice.
Uh-huh. So complete your turn.
Yeah, that'll be me for now. That's the best I've got right now.
Okay. Ashrin.
I will step up on the wall a little bit to get above Glacius and these guys, and I will fire at this guy.
Okay, you'll have to describe the guy. My roll 20 is just refreshed.
The top gargantuan guy.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
With sharpshooter, it's gonna be 1. We'll probably miss because that's. Hold on. I think I still have battle song. Let me fix that. Okay, that's 10 to hit.
10 hits.
Oh, okay. The others are higher.
Mm-hmm. Give me the damage 1 hit by 1 hit.
$29 damage on the first
I
one.
need you to split the damage types, if there is a split. Or is it all piercing?
8 of that is thunder. 21 piercing,
Okay,
8 thunder.
21 piercing, and the thunder appears very effective.
Oh.
Oh, that's way
It's
round.
super effective.
That never happens. Yes, this creature
Oh,
appears to be vulnerable to thunder in its large state.
Cool. Second hit. 3 thunder. 18 piercing.
Okay.
Third hit. 4 thunder. 19 piercing.
Do you hear that thunder? Okay. Does that conclude your turn, Ashra?
I will. Yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay,
Basically,
Solomon.
just up on the wall.
I will use my action to cast Spirit Guardians.
Of course. Any bonus action from you?
No.
Cool. Glacius?
Oh, actually, I'll drink my potion of
I'm
Great
gonna
Healing.
hit.
Go ahead, Glacius.
I'm gonna hit the one that I already hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Cool.
So that's. Dice. There we go. That's 12 slashing plus 10, so that's 2 slashing. And then 9, 20.
Okay. It had 6 hit points. Carry on.
I'll attack the next one. That is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit. Is that just the next one in line? The next one down?
9 cold. Yeah, the next one just straight down.
resistant
Just
to
gonna go
cold?
down like that. Simple. 9 cold, and then 10 slashing.
Okay. Creature's wounded.
And yeah, I'll bonus action attack it.
Okay.
That is a 12 to hit.
Okay. 12 hits.
Oh hell yeah. Good. Okay. That's 8 bludgeoning damage
It appears to be
and
immune to your bludgeoning damage.
6 cold.
Immune to bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm. As you hit the creature with your
I will
with the
take
stick,
3 cold.
it just sort of whoop and reforms sort of around the hit, preventing it from taking any damage at all.
Okay.
Slashing and piercing seems perfectly effective.
That's my turn though.
Okay. I'm having real trouble getting the music to keep going. Sorry. Callum.
Okay. Are these big guys blocking the way? Can I see back here?
You can see
Where
a
these other
very
ones are?
thin line through the fire, through the creatures, at some area back there. But yeah,
Cool.
you just know it's there.
That's all I want.
Oh,
Is a
that
little
you
bit of
want.
sight. Huh?
That's alright. I'm singing Ace of Base. Carry on. As you will.
Okay. I'm gonna just. These front guys are wimpy, so I'm gonna just throw a fireball back here.
Okay. Cool.
And try to hit these guys. Yeah, well, no, back where I had it was. Bruh. Like here.
What's your DC? What kind of plus?
17. Oh, they're doing pretty bad so far. Oh, this one
We
was
need
close.
a nat 20.
They all fail.
Yeah, they really need an act 20 and nothing else.
Delightful.
Hold on a second. I just want to refresh my initiative tracker for no good reason.
I know they're resistant also, but I'm trying to hit the big ones.
You don't
like,
know
on
if the
their-
back ones are resistant. The big ones.
The big
are.
ones, the big ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, give me the damage. No one succeeded.
Oh, you love to see that. Okay, come on, Callum, get some good damage.
It's Callum's first fireball, it is, right?
I don't think so. I did it once before.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's 31 fire damage.
The creature up the top side is wounded. Oh, I'm gonna have to put this behind. That's boring. I like the graphic. Creature at the top is wounded. The creature at the bottom seems mildly irritated. And then 31. These back creatures seem to take fire damage in full, I think. Yes, they do. Don't worry, Darth. They're immune to slashing, bludgeoning, and cold damage.
Immune?
Of course
He's
they
not
are.
even here.
Well,
So save that little surprise for later.
Yeah, I don't know what they're immune to right now. They just know they're not resistant to fire. Callum, any bonus action out of you?
Oh, sure. I'll send out my baby boy. Oh, he's dead. I forgot.
No.
How long does it take you to fix him?
I think it's a long rest. I have to remake the infusion, basically.
Oh, big sad.
So forget that. Then I will do nothing on my bonus action.
Bonus action, do nothing. One of the better actions. Obi, you know that these creatures in front of you are resistant
Alright.
to cold. You know the creatures behind them
I'll move back
are
here.
resistant to fire. The creatures behind those
Yes.
may or may not be affected by cold. You don't know.
Bonus action, I'm going to use Enhanced Weapon on Sullivan's sword.
Yeah.
So
what
the
damage
next
type?
attack Sullivan hits will do 2d6. I'm going to choose lightning damage.
Cool.
Love it.
And then I'm going to twin spell Magic Missile 2nd level at both big dudes.
Cool. Go ahead and roll me a
Should I-
4d4 plus 4, please.
You want me to just roll one for both or separate?
No, roll two times 4d4 plus 4.
Okay. This first one's for the top dude.
Cool.
So that's 17 to the top dude.
Okay. He
Nice.
seems mildly upset by that. Pew, 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 pew. And 18.
Damn,
Nice.
okay.
18 to the bottom dude.
Nice. And
No.
just to confirm, it was a 2d6 of lightning on Sullivan's next attack?
Yeah, Sullivan's next attack with his martial weapon. It's extra
That's okay.
2d6 lightning.
You saying where you are? We haven't really got anywhere to go, have you? So.
Yeah, standing right here.
Okay, that brings us to our guys at the back.
Actually, wait, sorry. No, I actually do want to move.
Okay. Okay.
Get in here, buddy.
These creatures here are going to reach out a little corrosive splash of acid damage. It's a 5-foot radius, so
Yuck.
lovely. Everybody apart from Ashran, I need 6 dex saves.
Oh, God. +5 from Sullivan.
Yes, +5.
For most of you.
Oh wait, this is
all
a
of you?
+5. Okay, right. It's a really low DC then.
Okay, good.
Oh, have I just rolled the wrong thing 6 times? I have. How annoying. I'm just gonna roll another 6. Because it's 2d8, not 1d8. Fuck it. Just keep going. Okay, just hold your dex saves in mind, right? If you succeed, you take none. Okay.
Alright, what's the DC? make it
I'm
easy.
getting there. The DC is 10. Okay, if you roll below a 10, bear in mind you have a +5 from
No,
Elliot. If you've got it below a 10 on the first one, you will take 14 acid damage. On the second one, you will take 4 acid damage. On the third one, you will take 8 acid damage. On the 4th one, you will take 9 acid damage. On the 5th one, you will take 11 acid damage. And on the 6th one, you will take 8. Did anybody roll below a 10 at all at any point?
So
No.
Zabel just kind of does this matrix lean back and dodges all these acid wobs splushing over him.
Yeah, they're sort of trying to fire them over a wall of fire. They're just sort of splish, splash, splashing down. You guys all just sort of step out and they just create a puddle. That's it.
Embarrassing.
That was a lot of rolls to do nothing.
Yeah.
I just
like
pull out. Sid just pops out an umbrella from his head and shields all of us.
And that's
A
where they
little
all
fan.
went. They all went there on that one little Sid umbrella. That is now canon. Sid has an umbrella
Yeah, dude.
in his head. That is canon. Okay, Fox, what are you doing?
Yeah, so start of my turn. I'm level 10 now, so my constellation shifts to my archer form.
Cool.
So with my action, I'm gonna be casting
Really?
Moonbeam.
And where would you like to moonbeam?
Eh.
Cool.
So it gets both of them at the start of their turns.
Yes.
And then bonus action, fire off a shot at that large hurt
Okay,
one.
roll to hit, please.
2.
Who's
13.
shooting that
13
arrow?
hits.
This is so weird.
That is 13 radiant damage.
Radiant seems to affect it fully. That's nice, isn't it?
Nice.
The creature is severely wounded.
Yay.
Second creature turn.
Yes.
Okay, Josh, can you roll me the damage for Spirit Guardians, please? I'm going to use 1 damage roll for all 6. In fact, you can roll me twice and I'll take the higher of the 2. Because I don't want you to roll 6 times and confuse both of us. Okay, I'll take a 15. And your
15.
DC is...
17.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Well, that's what they need to avoid it. Unfortunately, the guy who avoided it only has 5 hit points, so he's going to die anyway.
Nice.
And then we've got a fail, creature severely wounded. A fail, the creature severely wounded. A fail, the creature severely wounded.
Very nice. Very nice.
Near miss. The creature severely wounded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 dead. That's correct. Okay. At the start of the next one's turn, it's going to refresh the combat tracker because it loves doing that. It's a big fan.
Hey.
We love that.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but don't these little guys get to take their turn?
Oh yeah, I'll get there, but I'm just doing damage first because I can't be doing anything. Fox, your
Lover,
damage
what are
and
you
DC, please.
doing?
No, they will get a turn. I haven't even got to their turn in the tracker. If you note in the tracker, it's still their turn.
Damage is 13, DC is 17.
Okay, that is a success, and it will take 6. The severely wounded one. The other one, con save. It's not a shapeshifter, even though it did get larger. Will get an 11, so that is a fail. We'll take the full 13 radiant damage. Okay, they're going to take their turns now. That's this one shuffles up 1, shuffles up 1, shuffles in. I'm going to go from bottom to top. So the first one's at Callum. 7.
No.
A 9. Somebody get us out the jungle.
No.
Come on, music. Leave the
I
jungle.
like to.
Good. Even more reason to skip it. We'll put the immune to cold damage music on.
Oh, wow.
6 and 14 to hit Sullivan.
You.
Which will miss. 7 and 13 to hit Sullivan, which will miss, and then come to Glacius. 11 and 18. Does an 18 hit you, Glacius?
Nope.
Cool. Okay. That brings us to the big boys.
Dex save, please.
Oh, they're in Wall of Fire as well. I thought I'd done all of those things. 2 fails. That's a -1 on the second.
Okay, that's 33 fire damage
Okay,
for
half to
resistances.
16. Yeah, cool. Okay. His turn. He's going to reach out. 3 huge punches. As it will gloop forwards 1 step, by the way. Oh! Not quite. Okay. It doesn't enter into Spirit Guardians. First one at Glacius. 20 to hit you.
No! I'm gonna block that with my special wings to give him +4 AC.
Okay.
Aw.
Next one at Glacius.
Yo, I'm gonna dab Obi up.
15 will miss. Yeah. And the third
Yeah.
one at Glacius. 21.
Yeah, that
Ignore that
hits.
roll. Ignore that roll. My dice is stuck. $37 acid damage.
Damn.
And then the next.
37?
Yep, and
Owie.
then 2 at Sullivan. 14. And 18, both of which will miss, and the last one at Callum. 16 will miss.
Nice.
Zavril, it's your turn.
Right. Okay. Let me just get the asset for this real quick.
It's alright,
How
you've only
big is
had
this one?
14 rounds to do this.
Yeah. Okay.
What is that? Ice Storm?
Yeah, that's. I can drop that from my pendant to.
Okay.
Yeah, if I put it here, it should hit all of them, right?
Okay.
Except the very top one.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll cast this from my pendant, popping
Cool.
4 charges from it.
Mm-hmm. Dex save, right?
Should be, yeah.
Stop in the jungle. Okay, give me the damage.
Aw.
8 bludgeoning and 13 cold.
Okay. They are genuinely immune to cold damage. The guys at the
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
back.
well,
And
at
the
least
guys
we
at the
learned.
front are
That
immune
was
to
a waste.
bludgeoning damage. And resistant to
Oh,
cold.
we're totally immune to bludgeoning, right? Okay.
The guys
yeah.
at the front
okay.
are, yeah. So you've done 6 cold damage to the front guys, and 8 bludgeoning damage to the back guys. Yeah, I'm not rolling any saves. They have to roll nat 20, so I can't be bothered.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Move on
it's good to know at
section.
least we now know what their resistance is at the back. So I'll pass a fragile shield onto. Who's looking the worst between Glacius and Sullivan?
Glacius has less
Ow.
armor. Sullivan has. They have the same. They're both injured. You should be able to
Okay,
see that
then
by
I'll-
the red bars above their head, Jamal.
Right.
I
Okay.
did just update mine.
Yeah. Just pick one at
Right.
random.
Okay. Yeah, Glacius then.
Okay,
Glacius
cool.
needs it.
Ashrin.
Can I have access to the Moonbeam asset? It's not exactly what I'm doing, but it's the same size.
Rain of arrows.
I will conjure a thundercloud.
Josh's was a lot larger than that.
It's a 5-foot from a point.
Can you ping the spell?
So it covers 60, but then you choose an
Yeah.
area, and then it's 5 feet from that area.
Yeah, this is my
So it
bonus
is
action is
huge.
activating it, like call lightning. You pull it down once.
Oh, I see. Okay, so the cloud itself is covering like the whole battlefield. It's just that
Yeah.
that's coming down in that area. Okay, cool. Okay.
Exactly.
So basically, my question is there any shot I get both of the big ones and 2 of the little ones, or do I need to just pick one or the other?
I'm just going to tell you that there is absolutely no chance the little ones get another turn. So don't bother. Just fire at the big ones. They cannot physically
Alright.
survive Spirit Guardians if Josh rolls the minimum roll.
Con saves.
And they all succeed. So I'm just not going to bother with that. Yeah, 17 and a 7.
17 succeeds. It's 18 thunder damage.
Oh, 17 succeeds, and he dies anyway to 36 thunder damage, half to 18.
Yay.
The other one takes 36 thunder damage in full and is severely wounded. That's pretty disgusting. You should wipe your hands. Okay. Are you allowed to do anything else? No, that was an action and a bonus action, right?
Yep.
Good. Elliot.
Yes, I will attack this guy.
Sure.
Which is
Yeah.
a 22 to hit.
Mhm.
Which
It's dead.
is plus
You don't need to roll damage, Josh.
26.
We don't need to roll damage, Josh. Each one of these has 2
No,
hit
but
points.
I do have to activate it. Because it's on my next hit, the 2d6 thunder. No, lightning.
Sure,
from
sure.
Obi.
These creatures have 2 health. If you hit them, they die.
Sure.
Second swing.
Yep. That's a 21.
Okay, which one do you want to kill?
I'll go for this one.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I just there's a lot of clutter in the initiative order, and I want to get to the next sort of the interesting bit. Are you any movement? Do you want to move so that your spirit guardian is affecting other creatures?
Oh no, I don't want to take Obi with me. God damn it. There we go. I'll go here.
Okay. Cool. Glacius.
I'm gonna at the last 2.
Okay.
That's a 17 and a 15 to hit. So,
Cool. Any bonus action? Any movement?
so they're dead.
Yeah. Any bonus action? Any movement?
I will move up next to Sullivan, and then I will bonus action use a maneuver.
What a
Check
pervert.
everything. You know, I was gonna give this to you, but now I don't know if I want to.
Please.
See, you just keep
I'm
saying
gonna expend one of my superiority die. And Sullivan gains
Ooh.
9 temp HP.
Cool. Love that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Kalum.
Alright, bonus action, ignite my sword.
Okay.
And let's go up and start swinging at this fool.
Cool. Go ahead.
Eee.
Okay. That's a 10.
10 hits.
Yeah.
We know 10 hits.
Great. Alright, so did that pop up? 15 slashing, 9 flaming. Second attack, 9 fire, whatever.
Resistant
That
to the
is
fire.
going to
I was gonna say, what's flaming do?
it's the new shit. It's a 17.
17 hits.
8 slashing, 8 fire.
Nice.
Get out of here.
As you delete the creature, Sava, would you drop that wall of fire now? Or would you be leaving it up for now?
Yes, I would be dropping all the fire
Okay.
now.
Any movement, Michaela?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get in there. Closer
This
to
battlefield has
these
become a
fools.
whole lot more usable.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe not that far ahead. Yeah, I'll stay there.
Okay.
That's within Sullivan's 10 feet range, right?
Yep. Obi?
Perfect.
Okay, I'm going to move up. Going to touch Sullivan and Glacius back at the same time and just say, you guys are one now, and I'm going to twin spell on 1 for use of cure wounds on both of them.
Aww.
Okay.
Obi marries them.
Aww. I want a divorce.
I object.
The healing?
Does
Just
anyone
forever
object
hold
to
your
seeing
peace,
Glacius
guys.
and Sullivan both?
10 hit points.
You both gain
heal
10
for
hit
10
points?
hit points.
Okay, any bonus action from you, Obi?
And then I will,
Sweet.
bonus action, I will enhance Glacius' weapon with lightning damage.
Okay. It's time for our friends, the Black Puddings.
Get it.
Breakfast.
Alright, so 25 deck saves again?
Oh, they're kind of fast.
They're fast.
They're faster than I expected a slime to be.
They're not 100% slimes, they have faces. Zavril and Fox, can I have 2 dexterity saving throws, please? On the first one, if you got less than a 10, you will take 12 acid damage. Concentration check if you are maintaining Moonbeam, please.
Yep.
And on the second one, if you got below a 10, you will take 9 acid damage.
I'm going to use my reactions, gain +4 bonus to my saving throw.
Okay, cool.
To
This one enters the Spirit Guardian's range and will make a Wisdom save. 12, Josh, the damage, please.
4.
4.
Yeah, I rolled fucking awful.
Okay, the second one
2
enters.
ones and
Another,
a 2.
another roll, please. Another damage roll for the next one. It gets a 15. Is a 15 a success?
No, that's a fail. Oh god, just so bad. That's 8.
Damage. Okay. And they are going to punch you. That's nice, isn't it? 2 hits each. A 7 to hit you. And a 15. And the other one is... Oh, not in range. He'll ask for a dex save from Sullivan. No, he won't. He's going to spit at you. Sullivan, can I have a con save, please?
That's a 20.
Okay, that is a success. You will take 3 acid damage. Callum, 2 hits at you. 2 attacks at you from the first one. A nat 1 and a 24 to hit.
Shield.
Okay.
Not today, Satan.
The next one.
My AC's now 25.
And they need nat 20. They don't get it. And then I need a con save from you, please.
Alright. Very high. That's like 27.
2 acid damage.
Okay.
Fox.
Yep. Start my turn. Starry form is Chalice. I will then walk up here and we'll do a cure wounds to Glacius.
For me?
Yeah, this is all for you.
Aw.
Ooh, that's not a high roll. 19. 19 points of healing in
I
total.
mean, that's better than nothing.
And then bonus action, hidden step to turn invisible, and then I walk away.
Okay.
Scoop-a-doop.
Zavril.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna try to do what I can to help get Callum clear here. This one here. I will drop a 2nd level magic missile. Just give 4 rolls on this.
44 plus 4, please.
Yep. 6, 8, 9.
11 damage?
14 force damage
Oh, okay.
on that one there at the bottom. Wait, no, sorry, I can't actually do that.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
dumb. Scrap that.
enough.
I forgot. Yeah, I have to use a cantrip, so it'll be a 5-volt instead on that bottom one.
Okay.
My beat. Scratch that 14 force. That's going to be 12 to hit.
12 will hit.
That's going to be 13 fire instead.
Okay. Takes the damage
Pretty
in full.
close.
It is wounded. Does that complete your turn?
Bonus action, I will fragile shield cantrip. Solomon.
Okay. Ashrin.
Bonus action, Rumble of Thunder. Ooh, what's happening? Con saves from these
All
three.
Yep. 15, 22, 16.
2 fail, 17 thunder damage.
Okay, they just take the damage as expected. They're not resistant or vulnerable. And then 8. They take half on a success.
Yeah.
Cool. All 3 are now wounded.
And then as my action, I will fire at this bottom one.
Mm-hmm.
Sharpshootering. Oof, that's really bad. That's an 8.
8 hits.
Oh.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh.
That is 21 piercing for thunder.
Ooh. Creature's hurt. Very hurt. Thanks, Jay.
That's 9 to hit. These have been some great rolls. Glad to have very low AC. 18 piercing, 2 thunder.
Do you hear that thunder? The creature is dead.
Yay!
I will just scooch a little. And that'll be me.
Elliot.
Yes, I am gonna go. I'm gonna go here, and I will attack this one.
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh man, that's 18 to hit.
That hits.
That is 8 slashing, 8 radiant.
Nice. Good damage. Creature's wounded. Oh, never mind. Creature's immune to slashing damage.
And then that's a 25 to hit.
Yep.
And that's 1 radiant damage.
Okay. So that concludes your turn.
That's my turn.
Glacius.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the one in front of me.
Okay. What
That's a
damage type
17.
does your hit do?
Slashing?
And cold?
Yeah, slashing and cold.
I'm sorry. Do you want to make a bonus action?
You do nothing!
Is it completely?
No, that's not true because
Is it completely
Obi
immune
put.
to that?
You got lightning. You got
damage.
lightning. Do the 2d6 of lightning damage.
Yeah,
that
I have
also does
2d6
nothing.
lightning.
Oh no!
I pasted it into the chat.
Fuck!
The target appears to be immune to Glacius. Do you want to make a bonus attack with the back end? Yeah, for your bludgeoning.
Yeah, I'll try.
Glacius.
Honestly, I
that's
hadn't looked at
22.
these creatures' resistances until I rolled the combat, and when I was rolling the combat, I was looking at them thinking, "Oh, Glacius hits a few of these."
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 hits.
That's
Give me
a
the bludgeoning
22 to
damage.
hit.
Yeah, give me the bludgeoning damage.
Uh,
Damage immunities, Glacius. Yeah, 8's good. 8's good.
Yeah.
We like 8. Which one are you hitting? The one right in front of you?
I feel so targeted in this campaign.
Good.
Yeah, the one right in front of me. I feel
Well, stop being so
targeted in this
evil.
campaign.
Callum.
I put my sword away and bring out my my big walloping flail, and
yeah.
I will swing at the
Wallop.
fools right in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Which one? The one directly here?
Yeah,
Cool.
that is 26.
That is a lot more than 7.
I know. I wish it was a nat 20 instead. All right, so 12 bludgeoning. Oh wait, this thing always confuses me. Oh no, it does that extra d8. Okay.
Yeah, it does. It just would do another d8 if it was a construct. It is not.
Yeah.
So it's-
Okay.
14 of the damage that is bludgeoning.
Yes,
Yeah.
all bludgeoning
Creature
damage.
severely wounded.
Second.
Bludgeoning.
Okay, well I'll try to finish it off. Second attack is 19.
Yep.
Ugh, not good.
No, not good.
Okay.
Sadly.
No,
Creature is still severely
not
wounded.
good.
Does that conclude your
Damn
turn?
it. Well, I think so.
Okay. Obi?
Yeah.
Sorry. I've been missing something here. Let's go back up to Sullivan. When you slashed the creature, you took 3 acid damage and then 6 acid damage. Is your weapon magical?
Yes.
Cool. Glacius, when you swung the first time, you took 2 acid damage. When you used the back end, you took 1 acid damage. Your weapon is magical. Callum, as you swung twice, you took 4 acid damage and 5 acid damage. Your weapon is also magical, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Obi, you're up. Mic's not working, man.
We can't hear you.
This Christmas,
Nice.
This Christmas, we're sending you a microphone. Go ahead, give me the damage. Well, you can roll to hit too.
No, this is Rocky we're talking about. He just
Those of you on audio only, Rocky is attacking with a 22 to hit. Why do we keep going back to the jungle after every track? Stop it! I'm pressing skip for a reason.
That's where we're meant to go.
Let it happen, man.
It couldn't be less Underdark if it tried.
Just accept it.
The
damage.
jungle.
Plus 1, so 3 damage.
The
Any
Underdark.
action, any action from you, Obi? Firebolt.
Right.
Hey, there you are. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, I heard that.
No, as soon as he tries to talk again, it'll go away.
Oh,
That hits.
Disrespect.
I should hope 27 hits.
Mm-hmm. It would hit if you took a 20 away from it. The damage, Matt. Ace.
Nice.
Okay, cool. That brings us to the turn of the puddings. It is their moment to shine, stepping up to Sullivan. I will take a wisdom save times 3. The damage, Josh, please, on the first one. We've got 3 fails, so 3 lots of damage, please. 11 for the first one.
Yep. That's 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then 15.
Creature severely wounded.
And then 8.
Okay. And the first one will punch at you. 20 to hit you.
That will miss. And break the fragile shield.
Okay. 24 to hit you. 7
will hit.
bludgeoning. 17 acid damage, and your armor class is reduced by 1.
Oh,
Crikey.
The next one is going to swing at you.
Rocky.
23 to hit you.
Yep.
5 bludgeoning. 21 acid, and your armor class is reduced by 1.
Yep. Down to 18.
One more hit from him on you. A 10 will miss. The next one goes twice at Glacius. 10 will miss. 15 will miss. The next one will swing twice at Callum. 21 to hit you, Callum.
I believe my shield is still up, right?
That's not possible.
Or no? Never
This is
mind.
the same
then.
guy you shielded last time. That's the only reason I know it's not possible.
That does hit.
And 9 bludgeoning.
I
And,
confused myself.
9 bludgeoning, 22 acid damage, and your armor class is reduced by 1.
Ew.
17 to hit you.
Gross.
That will miss.
Okay, next
9
to
and 22.
18 to hit you.
That will miss.
Okay, and a 17 to hit you. Oh, boom, miss. That's them done. Let's go back to Fox.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna keep Chalice form. I'll use my bonus action. I'll do a healing word on Sullivan.
Okay.
So all this healing is for him. So that is 7 plus an additional 9, 16 points of healing.
Thank you.
And then with my action, I'll move the moonbeam to center on those two.
Okay. Fantastic. The second goes turn.
I'm gonna move up slightly, and then yes.
Zavril.
This one here, I need to try to kill this for Sullivan as quickly as possible. So I will throw a 5-bolt at the bottom one.
Okay.
Right, that's an 18 to hit.
18 hits. Give me the damage.
For, oh my word, that's the worst roll possible.
Pretty rubbish, but it does wound the creature.
Literally double ones. Amazing.
At least you
bonus
dealt
action.
damage.
Yeah, Fragile Shield Sullivan.
Ashford.
Conjure Thundercloud on these bottom two.
Okay, that's con saves, right?
Con saves.
13. 11.
15 damage.
Nice, one of them's killed.
Nice.
I will fire a shot at the other one.
Okay. It's in a moonbeam,
17
yeah?
to hit.
17 hits.
That's 22 piercing, 5
Not in the
thunder.
moonbeam anymore.
And I will take a second shot at this severely wounded one.
Mm-hmm.
A lot to hit.
Yeah.
15 piercing, 3 thunder.
Nice, that creature is also killed. Second creature 10.
Run along the wall.
Sullivan.
That'll be me.
Okay, I'll attack this one. Yeah?
Yep.
That's 19 to hit.
You take 2 acid damage.
That's 8 radiant.
Yep.
And then again. Oh, so close. That's a 28.
You take 1 acid damage.
And
You have
that's
1
1
damage.
radiant.
Strange exchange. Any bonus action from you guys, Sullivan?
That's me.
Gracious.
I'm gonna fucking punch it.
Okay.
Don't commit Sudoku.
That's 13 to hit.
Yeah, you take 5 acid damage.
That's okay. That's 7 damage.
Yeah, if you are using a
That's
non-magical
24
weapon,
to hit, which is
it corrodes.
no. My hands count as magical because of the demonic armor.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah,
So it doesn't.
I was gonna.
Your hand
I
is
was
not
gonna
made of
turn
metal
it-
or wood.
Yeah,
How much damage, sorry?
yeah. I was gonna. It's 14 in total for both of them, but
Nice.
it's 7 individually.
Okay. Oh, sorry. There's a second acid damage coming your way. Then another 8 acid damage to you.
Don't you also get like
Yeah.
an extra D8 with
I
the
think that's
unarmed
his-
strikes?
think
No,
that's
I have
his,
to turn them.
tattoo.
I have to turn them into claws.
Oh.
I have to turn them into claws, which are slashing damage, which I got really sad about.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bonus action second wind, and that'll
Okay.
be my turn.
Cool. Callum.
I will swing again with my flail.
You might need to move next to an enemy to do that.
It actually has 10 feet of reach.
Oh, it does?
believe it
Great.
or not.
Love that.
Oh.
Cool.
So
Is this the same
yeah,
flail that you
they're-
use as just Callum? Its reach
No,
is
no,
3
no.
times
Callum
his
has
height?
his own.
Oh, okay.
Callum has a separate flail
I was
that
gonna
is small.
say. That's
This is the big
ridiculous.
handheld weapon of walloping. No, he cannot.
Right, okay.
He cannot lift any heavy weapons. So that was just a
Yeah.
13, but that'll hit.
Okay.
The one right in front of me.
Glacius, you were punching the bottom one, right?
I was punching the one that was right in front of me.
No one's there.
No, you weren't.
The
No one's
body?
there?
One right in
Okay,
front of
well, I
you.
looked away. Then
You were punching the dead one.
Go ahead, Michaela, give me a damage.
So
I look away for 1 second. Everyone's got something to say.
14. 14.
Yeah, creature's dead.
Bludgeoning. Oh boy. Then I will scoot over to this one and swing over Sullivan's head dramatically. That is 826.
That hits.
Let's go. 14
Okay,
damage.
cool. Does that conclude your turn?
Bonus action, Sid will repair himself. But yeah.
Obi?
Alright, I am firebolting.
Nice. Roll the hit.
There's a 16 to hit. I'm manually rolling.
Yep.
2 plus 5. 7 fire damage.
Okay, why is it +5?
I rolled 2d10.
Oh, sorry, right. You read the rolls out separately, I see. Cool, yep.
Yeah.
Any bonus action?
I will use my handsome weapon, fire on Sullivan.
Okay. The creature will punch out twice at Sullivan. First one is a 19 to hit you.
That will hit.
I will use my reaction to reduce that by 5.
Are you reducing the to hit or the damage?
To hit.
Okay, cool. Second hit is a 7. Fantastic. Oh,
Nice.
sorry, it shouldn't have done any of that. Wisdom saving throw. 15. Give me the radiant damage.
That's 20.
Jay, take your wheel back.
Oh.
Yay!
Let's go.
As the creature is dead. Congratulations.
Yep.
As the
That was the
oozes
hardest
dissipate
fight we've
into the
ever
ground.
had.
As
More
the
glaciers.
as the oozes disappear into the ground. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to delete your spirit guardians. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. You see a winding path up to the right. That appears to lead up out of these dark, winding tunnels.
Lead up, like it slopes up.
It does indeed. It's almost like a staircase. Yeah, that is a
I hate
ledge.
to be that guy.
That is a
Yeah.
jump.
I hate to be that guy, but I don't believe we are in any condition to be going anywhere dangerous in a hurry. We should probably take the time to recover.
Walk up the stairs really slowly.
I'll dunk 49 of my lay on hands onto myself.
Nice. That is a lot of numbers.
You think, Zavril, are you saying we should try to huddle up in the hut for an actual night of rest?
I know it isn't the best of ideas, but we're pretty tapped out right now.
It's also
If
like
there's
7
any
o'clock
kind
in the
of trouble.
morning.
My hands.
You only got up at 2:30 in the morning.
Well, we've been through like 8 combats in this day.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, it's only been 5 or 6 hours.
In
since
these
you
last
took a long
5
rest.
hours.
If we do, I mean,
Yeah, but a lot's happened.
my sword of warning will wake us up if any combat starts.
Does light come out of the tiny hut?
Let me have a look.
I believe it's opaque from the outside.
I believe so too, but I'm just double checking.
Yeah, opaque from the outside.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, you can find a dark corner to huddle in.
yeah,
Create
just
a
make it
circle
an
of
opaque
darkness.
black dome.
You're probably not going to get much sleep. Huddled up in this little circle. How big is it? Newman's tiny hut?
10-foot radius.
It specifies how many creatures can be inside it. Can you read that bit instead?
9 creatures of medium size or smaller.
It says nothing about large creatures.
Or Sid.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it says anything about large creatures. Yeah.
Alright.
Sit outside.
If
Glacius,
large counts for 2, stop
Glacius
it.
and Fox, do you count as medium creatures?
Yeah, I'm medium.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
cool.
medium.
In that case, yes, you can. Sid can huddle in and count as 2 medium creatures. Yeah, you can attempt to take a long rest in the Newman's tiny hut if you wish.
Sure.
We
Yeah.
could also get the lay of the land outside there if we want to, but it is a risk.
Is it a long rest?
Not yet. I'm waiting for you to decide
Well, I
whether you're
mean,
going to take a peek. Do you want to go alone, Esra?
That's probably wise.
Okay, I will sneak off.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello.
As you sneak out onto this ledge, you're not actually here, you're sort of up there somewhere.
Ah!
But as you look down, you see a city, and it is unearthly and yet beautiful. A faint purple fairy fire lights various elements of the city. A huge, towering spire, a single obelisk, with flame 2/3 of the way to the zenith, is wreathed in runes. You believe this to be that magical clock that you were talking about before. It is when your items refresh when it reaches its zenith. You see that parts of this city are floating above a chasm of darkness. The entire city on an island, surrounded by pale blue opaque water, or water-like liquidy substancey stuff, if you prefer. A single bridge spans the area from one side to the other. Upon that bridge stands a creature that you have no name for. It is approximately 25 feet in height. It has somewhat feminine features in a way, and yet is demonic in a way that you almost want to avert your eyes as you stare at it. The creature looks like this. From above.
Ah!
Oh no.
She stands
Oh,
on
no,
the bridge.
that's just Glacius's type.
She stands on the bridge,
Shut the fuck
shuffling
up.
slightly from side to side. Here and there you see small boats, rowing boats, approximately big enough to carry 2 medium creatures at a time, making their way across the lake. They appear to have no driver of any sort. Upon the shore you see various creatures, including illithids, gnomes, deep gnomes that is, dwergar, and the occasional kobold. Each one of them seem to be facing the lake. A couple of them, most of the non-illithids, have their hands raised. You can assume that they are communicating with the boats. To your left you see a lake. Next to the lake is a female drow. She is naked from the waist upwards, and from the waist down wears what appears to be a chainmail skirt. Bobbing in the water is a creature you recognize to be an aboleth. Remember those knitted hat yellow guys?
Yeah.
When you went
yeah,
down to
hard
the
to
lake,
forget.
there was an aboleth.
Oh, I remember.
Same creature. Bobbing in the lake
Oh,
to
no.
the side. The drow appears to be in conversation with it. An illithid is at her side.
Oh, this can only mean good things, and I turn around and go back.
Good. For the rest of you, as you huddle up in your tiny little circle, pathetic defense, really, against the Underdark. But how do you do? You can take a short rest.
Sure.
After a couple of hours, the sword begins to give off warning.
How many hours?
Couple.
Ugh.
After 2 hours, the sword gives off a minor warning, and as you look out, you see a tentacled creature coming towards you. Tentacles reaching out from its mouth. It floats above the ground, and it pulses with psionic power. As it turns its milky white eyes upon you, it looks unerringly through the wall of Leomund's tiny hut, and you hear its voice in your mind. Welcome. Welcome. The Mistress Mesbaris sends her greetings. Welcome to Baragel. Do you wish to enter the city? You are looking for someone, are you not?
We are.
And what
We're looking
do
for
you
Ahmann.
offer? We know of no Ahmann, but your surface tongue speaks, we believe, of a son of Matron Mesbaris. That can be discussed at the house. What do you offer in exchange for your survival?
What is it you want?
We have a bar of gold.
I would take the delicious extraction of your brain as price, but unfortunately, it is not for me to decide. The matron would take items of interest, surface trinkets that she can explore the magic of. She would take a discussion with the more intellectual and magically inclined of your kind. She would enjoy tales of the land up above, and perhaps the service of that robot you have with you.
We are definitely up for a discussion on those terms.
The matron has given me permission to state that she will negotiate with you. But she does offer this. If you wish instead, you may stay in this ooze pit for the next 24 hours. After which you may flee. We will extract no price, and one drow will come and visit you and speak of your needs in the city.
Well, why would we want to do that?
Perhaps that single drow could answer your questions.
Oh.
But if you take that bargain, you will never enter the city. Which I keep forgetting the name of. Why I keep tabbing out. Go on.
I think it's called Scary Town.
It's called Baragel. Baragel.
If we enter and we come to an arrangement with your mistress, would we then be free to leave?
Of course. A bargain made is a bargain honoured. But if we can find no agreement, then your services may be required for an extended period of time. My price was 20 years. He gestures
Are you saying that
towards
we would
shackles that are on his tentacle arms.
Oh, slavery. Got it.
Sorry,
It's slavery if it's an agreement between those two.
No, he failed to come to an agreement, so he had to pay a price of 20 years of slavery.
I see. Are you saying that we have to enter the city now?
You enter now, or you stay here for 24 hours and leave. Those are the terms.
I'll look to everyone.
You'll have an hour to make your choice. And he leaves. He will return in 60 minutes. 3 hours should be equally inconvenient for everyone.
Yep.
I think we should meet with the mistress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that might take some convincing.
Hey.
Unfortunately, I agree.
Like no duh, Sullivan.
I also unfortunately agree. It's a huge risk, but it is also by far the most intriguing option.
Okay. Well, with that decision, we shall take.
I took all of 2 minutes.
Hello, and welcome back to episode 29 of Sogravia, the Last Bastion. After an hour, the illithid returns, and he has a face. It looks like this. Exciting. He appears to be floating almost slightly above the ground, a black mist surrounding his feet. He will tell you that his name is Bafut in your tongue, and you may address him so. You may speak out loud if you wish, or merely think at him. It is up to you. Does anybody have a ring of mind shielding?
Yes, I do.
Unless you choose to let him communicate with you, this is a really one-sided conversation.
Hey!
As you are not hearing any of the things that everybody else is hearing.
No, I allow it.
Cool. Okay. As he glides down, he will lead you to a bridge overlooking the city. You may place your tokens here if you cannot see as is. If you can see, then don't worry. If you cannot see, then place your tokens. Cool. As the group of you... oh, no, okay, stop moving. Just stop moving. Everybody stop moving. Thank you. As the group of you reach the bridge, standing before you is a 25 or 30-foot demon. And she rumbles out something in Abyssal. Glacius, you understand Abyssal?
I speak that.
Yeah, of course you do,
Yeah.
demon.
What are you talking about, bruh?
And she rumbles out, "What is the price of your passage?" And sort of the Mind Flayer struggles to formulate words instead of thoughts, but says in Undercommon, which we don't speak much of, a small phrase, and the demon looks very angry and sort of reaches down for him and then stops millimeters from his face with a huge clawed hand and looks around and points at all of you and says in common, "For now." The illithid will guide you all past and will tell you that he simply told her that her price of your passage was, or rather the price he paid for your passage was her allowing her to continue to exist.
Wow.
The matron Mesbaris has requested your presence, and therefore she must let you past. He will say it's a good job you didn't approach on your own. I'm not sure what price she would have extracted.
We've had to pay 2 prices? That's bullshit.
I know.
Unfortunately for you, the demon whose name I'm desperately searching for right now. I have it written down, but somewhere else as per usual. Yinogu. Make of that what you will. The demon Yinogu has her own prices, and they are often unusual. Mere gold will not satisfy her. She might have requested your blood, or your skin, or... Is Josh's camera broken for everybody?
Yes.
He's doing a
Yep.
hippie dance for me.
Yes.
He's dancing.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, or your blood, or your skin, or, you know, a tale of your grandfather, or a teapot, or all sorts of other things that you might have asked for. She's a strange one, but she keeps the non-drow out well enough, he will tell you. And with that,
That's
we'll lead
cool.
you through the winding city. This city is starkly beautiful, and yet dark and dangerous. Various points you will see large fences of ornate wrought black iron tipped with gold and adamantine. The magic pervading from these areas is stark and dangerous. Sometimes you will pass unusual creatures that are chained to existence with their... I didn't want to play that. Sorry. Sometimes you will see unusual creatures that you don't recognize chained to their existence by these infernal black metal chains with red flames within them. The chains appear to go to no master, but these creatures are clearly enslaved. You will also see elves and halflings, dwarves and giants and Goliaths and humans alike. Slaves, all. Mike's muted. Do you want to try again, Duff?
No, because
Okay,
I don't
cool.
want you to change what. It's fine. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what I said.
As you proceed throughout the city, you realize you are being led unerringly to the largest building of all bar one. The largest building appears to be that huge spire that tells the time, but instead you are being led to a grand palace. This grand palace has sort of parapets and turrets as far as the eye can see from right to left. The walls themselves are 30 foot in height and wrought of marble, ivory, and this black adamantine that winds throughout. Fairy fire lines various bits of the ironwork to highlight the finest pieces of art. Standing high above the fence is an image that changes constantly from a drow to a drider to a spider to a drider to a drow. Continuously above. Two huge armoured driders, male this time. Driders, by the way, for those of you who don't know, are those huge spider bodies with a drow on top. The male drow torso, however, on these appears enlarged, and one of them holds a huge spear with a jagged-looking point that glows with dark green magic. The other one holds what appears to be a huge battle axe that drips a black ichor from it constantly. It licks its lips as you move past, and it raises slightly its iron-pointed spiked legs and taps them on the ground nearby as you move forward. But you move to the grand gate. Zavril and Obi and Callum, you will note that the gate itself appears wrought of magic. It has fine little spider webs wrapped all around it, and you know that any creature that puts its hand on this gate that is not permitted will be stuck to it for the rest of eternity. As these gates slowly roll open, you see that there are 2 columns of drow, 100 each, perfectly lined, wearing beautiful silver and adamantine armor, either side of the path. They stand in procession, as if ready to march immediately into battle, each one chosen for their matching height and stature, wearing the slightly spider-webbed adamantine armor and holding a ceremonial spear and a rapier in the other hand. None of them look at you or make eye contact at all, but you cannot escape the feeling that every person here is watching you, and some of them do not seem impressed. Standing at the front of the house upon the grand 6-stair staircase made of marble that leads up to the entranceway are 3 women on one side. Each one is wearing a black spider-webbed robe with a hood that is pulled back. They are beautiful, all 3 of them. On the right are 6 drow males, each of them wearing different armor, 2 of which are wearing sorcerer's robes, 4 of which are wearing armor. Each one in armor has styled a little differently. One of them has a twin pair of blades. One of them has a single large greatsword. One of them appears to have various daggers and hand crossbows around him. And the final one has a beautiful bow that thrums with magic. As the one closest to you notes your passing, he is the only one who steps out of line, so to speak, who looks a little differently. He shuffles from foot to foot, and his long white hair flows freely around his shoulders as opposed to being tied in the ornate designs that all of the other male drow seem to have. His deep red eyes make contact with each and all of you and smile. At the top of these steps, standing in front of the doorway, huge entrance, arched, the lining of fairy light behind the doorway, giving a backdrop to this beautiful female drow. She wears a long dress cut away just above the breast and cut away at the sides, with slits so high up either side that they would almost be tempting if she wasn't so harsh looking. Her high, sharp cheekbones, her pointed nose, her perfect skin, the huge purple gem that sits atop her crown as she stares straight at you. She struggles for a moment, as if trying to get used to the taste of something in her mouth. It would behoove me well to practice my common, I guess, as I am sure you are not blessed enough to speak our tongue. Is that so?
That is so, matron.
She takes a moment and her eyes meet Ashrin's. Bathut, I did not mention there was an Iblis with the group.
She cast disguise self.
Oh, did she? When did that happen? What did you do?
I put it in the chat. I cast disguise off
Put
again.
it in the roll-20 chat.
And look at what? Look like what?
A
Human.
human, she said.
Okay. She didn't. She wrote, I cast disguise self again. That doesn't tell me much.
Well, she said last time she looked like a
Okay.
human, so.
Yeah, she will say to Bathut, you did not tell me that an Iblis was among the group. The Mind Flayer bows his head. Says nothing, but you can assume communicates telepathically. She sort of sighs, and at least you have disguised your appearance to the common folk. She sort of, as if making a decision to herself, nods. You, and you, and she points to two guards. Escort this female to the drawing room. She will wait for us. The man who previously stepped out of line said, Mother, please, they are one group. Do not separate them. I understand that her presence may offend your eyes and nose, but she is part of them. Let them come as one. Do you dare instruct me, Kavir? I could render you to an ashes, a male speaking out of his turn. Why should I grant you this favor? She looks up and, it is not me that you are granting the favor. But surely you understand that they will treat with you better if they are together and you have not harmed any of them. Fine, but she will not sit on the silks. With that,
She doesn't get the fine
She
china.
really just said that elf smells like shit. She doesn't touch anything.
pretty much. They gesture for you to head inwards. Two of the males come in. One in a large mage's robe, and the other one, the one who's spoken out of turn, Kavir. The three females from the left all follow, her daughters, you would assume, all wearing the robes of the priestess of Loth. You are led into a beautifully ornate chamber with fine sort of chaise longue and large couches designed for comfort. The matron herself reclines on one that you note is slightly raised onto a dais so as to put her above you all. She gestures for you all to sit, but looks directly at Ashran and says, you may stand there. And points to a space a little away from the sofas.
Racism.
The drow male, Kavir, looks to you, Ashran, and says, I apologize. My mother is trying desperately to overcome prejudice.
That gets a raised eyebrow before she just walks over
From
and
everyone.
stands.
Kavir
She's doing a bang-up job.
Kavir sort of leans over to one of the servants. You will note that some of the servants here are drow, which seems unusual in comparison to everything you've seen in the rest of the city. And after a moment, the drow servant comes and serves each of you a beautiful crystal wine. It won't take Ashrin long to realize. No, Ashrin is served. It won't take Ashrin long to realize that this is a beautiful elven wine. From the surface, Kavir gives you a small smile. The matron mother looks at you all, and we must discuss price for the entry to the city. I wish to know tales of where each of you come from. I wish a 2-hour conversation with the Vidalcan on the nature of the magic he uses. I wish for a sample of the kobold's blood. A small one. It won't hurt. I wish to inspect the robot. An hour will do. My finest engineer will join me. And you must choose 3 magical trinkets from your collection to offer me. If they are unacceptable, I will be very angry.
Wait, if they are unacceptable?
Of course.
Okay, I thought she said they are acceptable. Then she'll be.
That
It would be odd
seems
and a bit harsh.
reasonable enough.
And I wish an explanation for why you killed the son of House de Vere. Don't think I missed that. A foolish turn. Explain yourselves now or suffer the wrath of Lolth! And so as she sort of yells this out, Kavir, the male, sort of goes, "Oh, don't overdo it, mother." In common.
I will stand.
It was you, was it?
I initiated the fight. Yes.
She raises her finger as if to point death at you. And one of the priestesses sort of, "Mother, how can he explain himself if he is but ashes upon the ground?"
The drow provoked us.
How so?
He bragged of killing innocents on the surface.
I could see why that might upset you, though surely it is to be expected. It is but our nature, is it not?
I don't believe so. You've been reasonably hospitable to us.
Of course,
this
but I am
far.
the exception. I am overcoming prejudice.
And other drow can't.
Perhaps in time, but we are different to the rest of our kind, the Mesbaris household.
If you're different from your own kind, then
Do not the elves slay drow that they see upon the surface without questioning? Why should we be different?
because like
My
you said,
son
you're-
here had to disguise himself as Iblith to speak with your wizards. At this point,
said that-
she gestures towards her son, very briefly, because it's about time we got a picture of this dude. And he will very briefly appear as the picture
Crikey.
below. Wait, there should be a picture below? No? What did that
Sure.
create?
Oh,
Okay. Bear with.
Hello.
hello.
Let's get this picture back. He will very briefly appear in a different
Ahmann.
form. In a... Does that work? Can you see it now? Can you see the elven form? Why is this not working? You're doing my head in. It keeps showing and then disappearing. Anyway, he appears in a very different form. He appears as a black-haired elf with beautiful golden eyes. And then returns to his drow form. And speaks in perfect
I'm
Elvish.
guessing we're not
Ahmann,
getting a
at
picture
your
of that.
service. I'm getting there, Jamal.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know why it is making me save it and then import it as opposed to just copying it like I do with everything else.
Weird.
But in the meantime, while you're waiting for said picture, she introduces him.
You said that you are an exception and that you are trying to overcome the prejudice of
Yeah.
your people. The same could be said for the people on the surface. Sure, there are some people who will think brashly, who will act brashly before thinking, but there are also people who wouldn't be so quick to slaughter the drow.
Yes, that is true, I suppose, or true enough. But for the most part, if we dare show our face near one of your cities, that is it, is it not?
And if one was to come to this city without your invitation, I mean, there's a 70-foot demon on the bridge to enter the city. Whilst you're making strides to go against your own thoughts, there are still clearly a ways to go on both
Voila.
sides.
Of course. But I said we were different from our kind, not because we don't slaughter others on sight, but because we do not embrace the agreements with the Shadowvale. That is what separates
good
us
to
from the
hear.
rest of the Drow. And that is why my son was sent among your people, to speak to your wizards, formidable as they are.
Well, this is why we've come here. He survived in the Shadowlands for extensive periods of time.
I believe you were explaining why you killed the son of House de Vere.
Like I said, we spoke with him peacefully. And we were willing to proceed on our way. However, he provoked us, and I initiated the fight.
She turns
don't
to her
take
daughter
too
and
kind-
says something in Undercommon. Those of you who've read the Book of Undercommon, specifically Obi, you do recognize part of the phrase as his hand? Question mark.
Sullivan.
The
Careful.
woman returns. The daughter sort of speaks back and quickly, and Kavir shakes his head. And please, mother, it is not the way to ingratiate ourselves to our guests. Was the son of De Vere not a nuisance to us all? The matron puts her glass down with a thunk. Looks at you. Your transgressions will be ignored.
Thank
What
you.
gifts do you offer?
I've been looking this whole time. I got it. I'll pull out the tentacle rod.
You offer
The
me an
dimension-
artifact of drow make?
I don't know where we got it from. This is just.
Goodness.
We thought you would want it
Glacius.
back. We thought you'd want it back.
We didn't
amazing.
steal it.
I mean, yeah.
No,
it's
but
like-
it's returned. Returned to its rightful home.
I mean, listen. I can look for a few more minutes and find.
You can
another
have that one as a
so-
freebie.
Yeah.
Yes, the drow artifact will return to drow hands. That is acceptable, but not one of the gifts you offer, surely. She looks at Glacius.
Okay. The dimensional shackles.
They are useful.
And then the retaliating shield of ink. Those are the two that I saw, as well as we do have.
Interesting
These,
enough
and then
artifact,
I will-
I guess.
I will pull out the. Yeah, no one's using it. I will pull out the two hand crossbows that we also have in there. Swift and Swift
Sullivan
shot and
wanted to
candle.
return those to the parents.
Oh, we did?
Nice. Yep.
Of the
Fine.
of
Figure
the
something
man.
else out there.
Stop being such a grave robber.
I rolled Tony's being slow. Let me just open this back up again.
Your armor would suffice.
And
Callum laughs
It's
in
part
real
of his
life, too.
personality now.
What about which one is this? To make sure I know what this is before I give it out. I'll pull out quick draw the other. It's another hand crossbow that we have. Yeah, that no one's using.
Sort of looks over at
Does she
your
look
mama.
dissatisfied?
She doesn't look particularly pleased.
Fine, Sullivan. Do you have remove curse?
I will offer her my necklace of prayer beads that are to the god.
She
the,
looks at you with disgust.
no
She's
god.
totally unimpressed.
Obi's gonna step forward.
It's not the only one.
Ah,
What
your blood.
about this? No,
She
no,
takes
no,
a
no,
dagger
what
and
about
with
this?
no hesitation slices at your
Oh, she
hand.
did need some of that.
Pulls her
Shit.
finger along the blood and sort of holds it up, and then gestures, and a glass vial appears out of nowhere in her hand, and it drips in. She seals the stopper and looks at you. Sorry. Did you speak?
Hmm?
You spoke?
What?
She looks at you with confusion.
You can speak.
I'm gonna look back in confusion.
You allow your slaves to speak out of turn? She speaks to the
Whoa,
rest of you.
he is.
But he is. We do
our
not
slave.
have slaves.
A free kobold.
I'm gonna summon a draconic spirit on her.
No, no, hold on, slow
No,
down.
that was a joke. That was a joke.
Someone counterspell that.
That was a joke.
Yeah, she sort of looks remarkable. Interesting.
I have an item to give. I just can't find what it's called.
Oh, that's okay. Just show it to me.
It's the one, it's the one that looked like a dragon that could spell like summon the dead, whatever.
That was the corrupted balefire staff that we gave out a couple sessions ago, I think.
Nah.
Oh, it's called
it even
Nightcall.
Nightcaller or something?
Nightcall, yeah, Nightcall. I'm gonna hold it up.
Just
Offer it.
This does interest me. Yes, a price paid. But I wish to add something to our bargain. You will speak with me, Kobold. I wish to understand how you came to be free. You didn't escape? You were never a slave?
No.
Strange. And what use do you provide?
I could show you, or I could tell you.
Well, choose one. Go on, it's
Well,
okay.
which would you prefer? Which would you prefer?
Start with a demonstration. Why not?
Is it okay if I cast magic in here? I can cast.
You can cast
powerful
magic? This is remarkable!
We're blowing her
She
mind
turns
right
and, like,
now.
in undercommon, a string of sentences out to the priests, and every single one of them shakes their head. She calls to the male in the sorcerer's robe and asks him a string of questions, and he sort of looks from side to side and
Kobolds can't use
I
magic.
believe that... He shakes his head and then he casts tongues on himself. I believe that some free kobolds demonstrate draconic magic if left to their own devices. It is why we shackle them from a young age. A demonstration would be of much interest, though. Please. And he gestures towards what appears to be sort of an area on the wall, and as he gestures, a huge sort of target appears on it. Do your best, lizard creature.
Okay. I'm going to. What am I going to cast? For this.
Spirits.
Yeah, for this spell, I don't exactly need a target. I'm going to summon a dragon.
Oh. It breaks the house.
The male looks at it for a moment and... Oh. That's unexpected. He waves his hand and dismisses it.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
As you do.
Were they impressed?
No.
Other faces.
They're impressed for a kobold. They raise eyebrows. You do note that
Zaffel can't do that.
one of the priestesses is sort of holding a hand towards what appears to be a small rod with 3 snakes writhing upon it. But you will see that Kavir shakes his head at her. Very well. We have spoken of what you will give me. Now we will speak of what I will give you. First, you may leave this city unharmed. Secondly, you will take my son with you. He will tell you of the Shadowvale lands. I believe you intend an excursion, do you not?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
He will escort you.
Correct.
Oh.
It's very generous, thank you.
It is. Thirdly,
We will kill this one.
I will give you... And she sort of reaches into one of her pockets and pulls forward a golden sort of, it's like a small golden stick with a spider at the top of it, almost like a wand. And she places it upon the table. Do not lose it. She slides it to you. Kavir sort of, you may not understand what this signifies. This is the sigil of my mother. It means that you will be allowed to pass by any drow household.
Wow.
The reach of my mother is long and far. Even to Ched Nassad and Dermagith and the other cities of the drow. The house of Mesbaris is respected.
Wow.
Even the bad ones?
He smiles and all drow houses are evil. There is no such
you've been
bad
nice to
ones.
us.
He smiles and you will be useful. And we will be great friends. He sort of raises his hand and goes to shake your hand, Obi.
I'll reach out my little /claw.
A pleasure. Mother, you wish to inspect the robot, did you not? Perhaps now might be a good time. Callum, is it? Perhaps you might explain the genius of your work to my mother and her head engineer?
How do you know?
Well...
He's gesturing for you
Callum
to sort of go with them for an hour and explain.
Yep. Gladly.
The rest of you, I'm sure, tales of the surface would be of great pleasure to those of us who do not understand enough yet about the joys and advantages of the surface land. And he's sort of very directly speaking to what you would assume is his sisters.
How did you know Callum's name?
I apologize. That was out of turn of me, Sullivan. He gestures towards Bathut, and Bathut is sharing his thoughts rather vigorously.
Cool.
He sees into your minds. He cannot
Not
help
my
it. It's
mind.
part of his nature.
Obi is a mystery.
Bathut sort of, that is not necessarily true, Obi. I see your mind. I just cannot communicate so easily with it.
You needn't read our minds to know our names. You can simply ask.
I cannot not read your minds. I apologize.
You can't control it.
No.
So this is an intrinsic thing, a part of your very nature?
This conversation makes me uncomfortable. And he glides out of... He glides further back in the room a little bit, and then one of the other male speaks and says, the nature of illithids is to enslave and to take mastery over your mind. While Bathut is enslaved, he may not do so. But to explain the power of his psionics to one he sees as a lesser is offensive to his nature. I apologize for his rudeness. He will be punished accordingly.
You don't need to punish him.
How else will he learn to behave?
Well, he did not offend.
I see.
You don't have to punish everyone all the time.
He sort of looks at you like you're an idiot.
You know, there's a human phrase that you can catch more flies with honey than with vinegar.
Why would I want to catch
What?
flies?
It's a figure of speech that if you're nice to people, you'd get more out of them than being mean.
Ah, this is the Odyssey my brother speaks of. He gestures towards Ahmann.
Yeah, we don't understand Sullivan either. It's okay.
You may have my name. I am Mulvius, Archmage of Beraga.
Well met.
I suppose it is. I must return to my studies. Sisters, and he bows quite deeply to each one of the priestesses. Obviously,
You get to
Matron
sit
Mother
on the
has
table?
left with Callum and Sid. And he withdraws. The priestesses sort of look awkwardly and shuffle from one foot to another, and in unison they speak in Undercommon to Kavir. And then they give, each one of them gives only Fox a slight nod. And then they leave.
Fox is gonna have a fun night tonight.
Why?
Um,
Why?
Yeah.
Give me an insight check.
12.
You have no idea why they chose you. You are left with just Kavir. And the house guards, and he sort of... perhaps you're in need of rest, and... does your friend Callum eat?
He eats
Yes.
oil.
Quite vigorously, actually.
Okay.
Chicken.
Nutrition will be provided for you all. I have arranged for a priest to summon a meal that might be more familiar to your palate, or you may sample the fare of the Underdark if that would be to your preference. Both will be provided.
I'd like to try the regional cuisine.
And this is what I'm trying to teach my mother. The understanding of the surface folk, to be open-minded, to speak with others not of their kind, to understand others' customs. This is something that should be practiced by us. We will be the greatest house of the we will be even greater than we currently are if we can expand our minds.
It's a noble it's a noble cause, but it won't happen overnight.
It's taken me 300 years to get her this far. He sort of shrugs his shoulders, and the dining hall is just this way. And he'll lead you to a grand, opulent table of black marble that stretches almost 80 feet in length. There are over 60 chairs at the table, and then he sort of gestures for you all to sit at one end.
Can I take a sip of the wine?
Yes, I assumed you'd all been drinking it for this period of time.
Oh no, in case it was poison.
Okay, no, it is it is beautiful. It is a really sort of elegant elven wine. You may have had this sort of at the Magus Arcane, or when you stayed at that one very fancy restaurant where Starling ordered.
Oh yeah, that place, right?
Other than that, yes, it's really sort of like it's very
Lovely.
delicate, fruity, crystal on the palate, refreshing as well. 3 musicians sit in the corner of the room and begin to sort of play gentle but very old-fashioned music, much like what you're listening to. And 3 half-orcs and a halfling will serve a meal both of Underdark palate, where you will have deep-fried rothe with large, what appears to be a steak at first, but you'll soon realize is pieces of mushroom, deep mushroom. You will find a strange stringy bean with a very heavily spiced sauce upon it all. Served to the side of this is a beautiful roasted pheasant with a sort of very creamed mashed potato and a various selection of fresh greens and vegetables. Upon noting Fox's choices, Ahmann will gesture, and the half-orc will come and take your plate away and return with a selection of different mushrooms, wild mushrooms picked from the surface, with various other green vegetables and a slightly sort of acidic pale sauce, served in a separate bowl on the side as a single poached egg. Unsure of whether you'll find the egg of interest. After a little
Frantically
while,
taking notes.
Callum will return. Callum, you've just been asked 100,000 questions by an engineer about how you made Sid, but nothing else of any. So they don't touch Sid
That's okay.
without permission.
Callum's happy to answer.
Mhm.
None of you guys ever ask.
Yeah. The matron Mesbaris shows you a lot more respect than she'd showed anyone else. She genuinely thinks your artisan qualities are very worth emulating. She asks a couple of pointed questions about how you became an auto-gnome as well, and what that process was. She's quite direct, and she expects answers, but she seems genuinely interested. After that, she joins you all at the dinner table and spends over an hour asking Zavril about different components to his magic, verbal and somatic components, and how they differ from the arcane magic her older son knows. I just realized, did I ever give you the name of the mage? Well, Molvias, yes I did, sorry.
Yeah. Malvias, yeah.
So she will talk about how they differ from Molvias' magic, which he draws from the Fezres. She will also ask if any of you know a cleric or priest from above, or perhaps a druid, and upon this point they will start asking Fox questions about how your magic works. She will inform you that her daughters, the priestesses, picked up on some form of clerical magic to your ability. Magic that appears more natural than arcane. Perhaps, and they mistakenly thought that you were a priest of some sort. She apologizes.
He's a priest of the forest.
She apologizes for any misconceptions, having learned a little more about your magic. They don't have druids in the Underdark.
Their loss.
Yeah. She asks if you communicate with other creatures of your kind. She appears to be likening you to a myconid circle. In terms of that's the closest experience she has with druids. That's what she thinks of when you explain your magic. She's thinking of a myconid circle and the way their magic works.
I was just gonna say, do they not have like circle of spores? Maybe.
The myconids do, but she doesn't think they're worth talking to. She studied them and enslaved
Remember,
a few.
she's racist.
She's enslaved a few and she's studied some. But that's
They're
all.
so cute, though.
They're most useful in dealing with slaves. They make good slave masters. Do you keep slaves? She asks Fox.
No, I do not.
Your loss.
There isn't-
She responds in kind to your comment about no druids.
One of the land circles is the Underdark.
Yes,
They really
it's-
don't have any.
The Underdark might have them, the Drow don't.
Oh, but they don't.
Yes, the Drow have
I see.
arcane casters who tend to be males, who study at the House of Sorcerer, the Academy of Magic. They have soldiers.
Funky way of pronouncing
females.
sorcerer.
No,
Saucer.
it's like
It's
that.
saucer.
It's got
okay?
no R on it.
Draconic saucer. I like that.
Well, the House of Sorcerer is just an academy for study. And the females are all priestesses. Most of them can command some amount of arcane magic and are fighters as well, but primarily they're priestesses.
But it is a matriarchal society.
Very much so.
Yeah.
The most powerful of males is subject to the lowliest of noble females. So the nobles are above everyone, but within those circles, all the males are above all the females. So her oldest son, Molvias, the archmage of the entire city, would be subject to the youngest daughter of the lowest house within the city. Though Molvias doesn't always play by the rules. She will note. Neither of my sons, it seems, have the ability for obedience or knowing their place in the world. The other four seem to have turned out all right, but... Well, my first consort, he had some strange thoughts himself. And whilst his sons are powerful in nature, their nature is a problem.
I see.
Well, I assume you've enjoyed your meal. I will retire. Rooms have been made up for each of you. You may rest.
Thank you. It's very gracious of you.
Grazie.
Your journey leaving the Underdark will be simpler, I'm sure. In fact, perhaps I could aid you in that in the morning.
That would
We'd
be
very much appreciate it.
She leaves, and soon you can each find your rooms.
What do our rooms look like?
Yeah, each one of you has an identical room.
Damn.
There is a mark of the Spider Queen Lolth upon your door, and when you enter in, there is a large circular bed, made up with silks and cushions. At the center, on either side, is a sort of large armoire and a smaller chest of drawers next to it. A table is to one side of the door, a circular table upon which sits a ewer of clean water, which is difficult to get in the Underdark, and 2 glasses made actually of glass, are placed next to it. At the foot of the bed is a chaise longue, should you wish to recline or relax. A small room is attached to this room, in which sits a tub that is empty, but could perhaps be used for water, and a bucket next to it and a small basin. None of them seem to produce water on their own, as far as you can tell. Ashrin, you, however, have a different room.
In the stable.
You have been given a room that is very grand. It is much larger than the other rooms. There is a huge, deep red, sort of large 4-poster bed. There are no marks of the Spider Queen here at all. You will see that the chest of drawers and the armoires contain male clothing. You will see that there's a grand chaise longue and a large bookcase containing various different books. When you are led to this room, you're led by Kavir himself. And he says,
It's his room.
your accommodations were not sufficient. You may have my room for the night. And he gives you a silver ornate key that will lock the door.
Thank you.
He nods.
I thought it was the honeymoon suite.
The following morning, when you all descend to breakfast, you may take a long rest. The following morning, when you
Oh my
descend
goodness.
to breakfast, Matron
Oh,
Ms. Barris
baby.
seems absolutely shocked at the fact that you are still present, Ashrin, when you enter.
Your office data walk.
She bites her lip and sort of looks to her son, and I see all of you slept well. I'm sure that's a wonderful thing. You may leave. Kavir, you will see them out. You see she is struggling to maintain her facade of control.
I'll bow my head and thank her once more for her hospitality and for trying to make a difference in her society.
Perhaps upon your return, you might have learned to speak a civil tongue. My son
I
might
will
teach you.
certainly try. At least the basics.
Yay, nice back. And with that, you may all take a feat. If you have managed to
It's
obtain the services of Kavir. She will very nonchalantly suggest that Molvias creates a portal for you, and that portal will exit at the top of the mountains. Not top of the mountains, but like at the entrance where you came into the Underdark.
Oh, that is fantastic.
We're,
You will
we're
have
at the
at your
temple with the
side-
giants.
You will have at your
With the
side
giants?
Ahmann.
That would be convenient.
No. Just the entrance where you came in. You'll have at your side Ahmann in his elven form. And that is where we're going to
fantastic.
end. A new ally.
Ooh.
Guys, I have great weapon master now.
Oh, same.
It is at this point, Jamal, that I will tell you that you have just met the second person that you could potentially play when entering the
Oh,
Shadowhunters
fantastic.
lands. So far,
Speaking
you've got
of
Starling
the second person.
and Kavir.
Speaking of the second
Oh.
person,
Mm-hmm.
given a chance at some point in time, I would very much like to pick his brains about the history of the Underdark City and how it came to be.
That's very much something we can roleplay out in future sessions.
Absolutely.
You're going to have Ahmann with you for a while, so...
Excellent.
Until you enter Shadowhunters Lands. But we come to MVPs, timeless tradition, and seeing as you seem to be speaking more than usual, Jamal, your MVP.
I'm gonna have to go with Sullivan nearly dying immediately to the matron upon his actions in the previous session, which I unfortunately was not there for.
He wouldn't have died. I believe he had over 100 hit points.
Sure did. Just by 4.
That's good.
I did
She would have
check.
done nothing.
That's fair.
Good
Um,
point, sir.
Integrated him, huh?
Yes. Duff.
Ooh.
I loved getting a feat. That's great. Love that. Finally getting a feat after however many episodes. But I also...
Third feat? Fourth? Fourth.
I mean,
right?
this is the first one we got to choose, though.
Second.
Which is my point.
Second, you have Polar Master.
Or
right?
Oh, yeah.
You chose one when you started the campaign, and it's the
yeah.
second one to choose. Which, given that you're level 10, is exactly how many feats you would have right now, and actually, technically, you would have 3
I could
because
have
you're
more.
because you're all 4
'Cause I'm
because you're
cool.
a fighter. But yeah. Anyway, session.
But then I also liked I also like pulling out the tentacle rod, and everyone's just like Glacius, and I'm just like, I don't remember where we got any of these items from. Like,
It's more that specifically the tentacle rod says it on it, a rod of drow make. Like as soon as you click on the item, like it literally
I
says
wasn't
it.
clicking the items.
Oh well, such is life. Who's next in the circle? Fox.
Yeah, yeah, Sullivan with his talk about like because he did strike first at last session, but that wouldn't have happened if I didn't ask where he got the statue.
Yeah.
Because Sullivan was like full on ready to like lead us all away.
Yeah, and then he began to tell you about his murdering of a village. It was nice of Sullivan to take responsibility for starting the fight.
And then also Darth getting all excited because there were mashed potatoes.
Yep. Matt.
I gotta say, I like seeing everyone's new abilities they get as we level up. Like Fox's new level 10 ability is cool.
Yeah.
Actual MVP for this session is the very beginning when we're trying to come up with a plan going to the city, and Josh gave a bad plan, and Laura immediately goes, "All right, plan B."
Yeah, it wasn't a bad plan. It wasn't a bad plan at all. Sullivan said we should just be honest, and Laura said, "Okay, and what's plan B?"
We did, and it worked.
Plan A worked really, really well.
That was funny though.
You try lying to an illithid and a Drow-Matron mother with true sight. How's that going
Every
for
time
you?
we tell Sullivan his plans aren't gonna work, it's all
Perfect.
of our plans that fail, and his are the only ones that work.
I'll go with that. Alora.
It's gotta be Sid's umbrella.
It's great.
Yeah. Now canon, by the way. The head umbrella.
It's canonical.
Yeah.
Did they ask about the umbrella when?
No, it only comes out when needed.
Absolutely.
It only comes out when needed. It's not
I
just
showed off
permanent.
all the features.
Is it like Inspector Gadget?
Of course.
Exactly like what I'm imagining.
Yeah, just
Exactly
wait
like
till his
that.
propeller comes out. No, he's got propellers in his shoes instead,
Oh,
right?
well.
He's got
yeah.
jet shoes. McKenna.
Yes. I really liked Sullivan's discussion with the matron, just like kind of seeing how Sullivan told the story in a way, because Sullivan's so honest to a fault. So it's like, if you just tell it how it was, which was we attacked first, basically, from his talking shit, then yeah, it's gonna look really bad. So it was interesting to see Sullivan try to kind of speak around it a little bit. And also the slime that was immune to Glacius.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even with a lightning damage buff from Obi, it was beautiful. Josh.
Yeah, I really when the Aberration came and was like, by the way, you got 2 choices, this or this. I'll be back. And then we were like 5 seconds to decide. We're like, wait, come back. We've made up our minds. It was really great. But I really liked the matron. I think she's a really interesting character. And Ahmann being like nothing that I expected him to be. I didn't expect him to be such a
Not racist.
freedom fighter, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a large influence on his mother. He'll tell you much more about himself over time. I really enjoyed, just be honest, what's plan B? I really enjoyed, Alora saying, should we just assault the city? Oh no, I've left my battering ram at home. That was a good moment. Enjoyed that. Sid's umbrella was pretty great. But actually, I just really enjoyed the sort of, oh, I broke the camera, sorry. I just enjoyed the back and forth with Matron Mesmaris, and you guys sort of, just generally being, yeah, upfront, open, honest, but not subservient. You know, you stuck to your guns, and you held your own, and I think that was, yeah.
I got a gun.
It was good to witness. I don't know if I should give a call out for comedic moments. I think, yeah, I don't think any particular moment to me stood out today as MVP worthy in terms of an inspiration card. I think that's the first week that's happened. But the moments, the highlights were comedic, and it was more just the group interaction with the matron that I found interesting. You know, I was driving a lot of it, so it would be unfair of me to say, oh, you know, Callum, for your interactions with, you know, Matron Mesmaris over Sid, because obviously I drove that, so yeah. But I have to say, I did really enjoy slicing Obi's hand when he came to give them an item. That was very enjoyable, and then being like, oh, it speaks. Yes. I love when I can bully your characters and you guys have to agree because you're scared of the big scary drow. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. But that is where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
We shall see you soon.